You could ask Digvijay Singh.
He says my views are that of the...
I can't deputize for Mr. Digvijay Singh, but maybe partly he has cautioned people. You cannot rush to conclusion. You cannot blame any organization unless you have solid proof. But
no, why is the Congress party? Why is the Congress party distancing itself from what Digvijay Singh says?
Which will be divisive.
So why is the Congress party
divide the nation on this issue?
Why is the Congress party distancing itself from what Digvijay Singh said?
No, distancing from a statement will not do. He's a senior leader.
Exactly.
You can raise questions with him, right and left, and he must answer those questions. But my stand is that terrorism should be fought as best as this nation is capable of. I think on such occasions we are one. We speak in one voice.
No, but
this is the time when we should give a fitting reply to the marauders and bring them to justice.
I want to know if any of our panelists...
I feel police will do it.
I want to know if
I wish they could do it quickly.
On the issue tonight...
these marauders to be punished.
On the issue tonight of who's communalizing and politicizing terror, besides Ravi Shankar Prasad, any of our other panelists wanting to respond to some of the comments made there? I see there Mr. Farooqi is raising his hand there. Yes, Mr. Farooqi, go ahead. Mr. Farooqi of the Samajwadi Party is asking you a question. Go ahead.
I totally disagree with Mr. Digvijay Singh. He should not be allowed to raise all these issues in a very communal manner. I don't like it. The same way, I don't like Mr. Prasad to react in such a fashion that the whole issue is being communalized. All of us have to be together in this.
Well, I think you're trying very hard to take the middle line tonight, Mr. Farooqi. You're trying very hard to keep equidistant between... You're not taking a position tonight on the very critical issue.
It's a national line. In fact, it's a national line. Every Indian should take this line. Irrespective of any political party, all the Indians must take one line. We have to fight it and we should not politicize it.
Sir, there is something which is being said and something which is being done. Siddharth Vadarajan.
Yes. Arnab, I think it's important to make a distinction between the content of Digvijay Singh's, the essential content of his comments, which is that groups associated with the Hindutva project have been involved in bomb blasts and so on. It's fine. I think the country needs to also keep that in mind, that threats come from a multiple set of players. But I think the reiteration of this notion at this stage really reeks of politics. And I think it's an irresponsible comment, quite frankly, because when the Home Minister of the country has already said that the investigation is looking at all angles, at all organizations, there is no need for Mr. X to stand up and say, I don't rule out Hindutva groups, or for Mr. B to stand up and say, I don't rule out Islamic fundamentalist groups. All these groups have to be investigated. And I think the timing of Mr. Digvijay Singh's comments, had he said it at some other moment in time, that, the activities of Abhinav Bharat or the activities of some of these RSS gentlemen need to be probed, fine. But it's the timing, I think, which is really problematic right now.
Mr. Soos, the question is timing, and it's only Digvijay Singh, no other Congress General Secretary. You are a top Congress leader. You don't make inferences immediately after blasts happen. I'm sure you are also equally concerned, Mr. Soos. Is the question of the timing, Mr. Soos?
Yes,
immediately after the blast.
I don't know the context in which he spoke, because that statement is not before me.
So the statement is before me.
We have every right to raise questions with Mr. Digvijay Singh directly. So, everybody is answerable in this country.
Mr. Prasad,
my point is that the whole nation must condemn terrorism and fight terrorism to the best ability of the nation. And the message is clear. I think in India we have to raise a movement. We have to give a clear message that terrorism of any kind is not acceptable in this country.
But don't you?
And civil society in India is united.
So don't.
And I think at this point of time in Pakistan civil society, they have recently shown their culture and taste for peace and understanding with India, and they, within Pakistan and outside Pakistan, they condemn terrorism. And if Mr. Krishna has made a statement,
sir, our problems are,
it is welcome.
Our problems are unique. Many of our problems emanate out of Pakistan. Let's not, be squeamish about that. There's been nothing that we know about the investigation right now. You know what Digvijay Singh said when he said, I can't rule out the hand of RSS and other affiliated organizations. It's a direct political comment. Ravi Shankar Prasad, you've been hearing quietly the initial explanations of Saifuddin Soos tonight. Would you like to respond, Mr. Prasad?
No, Arnav, I have not to respond to Mr. Saifuddin Soz. But certainly, Digvijay Singh is not accountable to Mr. Soz either. He is the top General Secretary. He is almost the man friday of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He has been Chief Minister for 10 years. He is not an ordinary congressman. And if he keeps on repeating like this, including giving certificate of innocence to Mr. Suresh Kalmadi, he does it.
But you cannot say whatever
he has not only named RSS, he has also stated that RSS is a bomb-making factory. Now the point is, today...
1 minute, Mr. Prasad, he's rebutting you. 1 minute, Mr. Prasad. Saifuddin Soz is rebutting you. Go on, Mr. Soz, yes.
Yeah, I'm saying that whatever Mr. Digvijay Singh has said, it is his statement. And he has a particular perception. And everybody has a right to raise questions with Digvijay Singh. But you cannot say that whatever he says has the support of Mr. Rahul Gandhi or the UPA chairperson, Shrimati Sonia Gandhi. This is not done and this is not fair.
Are you simply looking at this as an opportunity to target the top Congress leadership, Mr. Prasad? You assume that what Digvijay Singh is saying is what Rahul Gandhi believes.
Arnav Goswami, I am the General Secretary and Chief Spokesperson of the BJP and the media head. Official line is what I say and other spokespersons say. If anyone says something different, we change the course. The Digvijay Singh is not a small fry. He is the General Secretary. He cannot have a perception and convey it publicly to create communal divide and tension. And Madam Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi keeping quiet. Even Mr. Janardhan Dwivedi, the head of media of Congress party, has not spoken against him. In spite of the fact, 1 month ago, Shrimati Sonia Gandhi said, only spokesperson will speak. You know that. In spite of that, it is happening. And I say, one thing more I would like to say. We are all completely one. That in the fight against terror, we need to speak with one voice. But not statement simplicity, Arnav. We'll have to give the freedom to act to the security forces who have got the courage and professionalism to deliver. But don't allow them to work with their hands tied at the altar of vote bank politics. With no law and no freedom.
If I can come in for a second.
That is not the right way of looking at it.
Okay, Siddharth is coming in for a second. Mr. Mehta coming to you right after that. Yes, Siddharth.
Yeah, you know, Arnav, I think we need to be even-handed here, because just as we are condemning Mr. Digvijay Singh for communalizing the issue by saying the involvement of Hindu extremist groups cannot be ruled out, we must also say that politicians who pronounce within 24 hours or 48 hours of a blast that the role of Islamic extremist organizations cannot be ruled out, or that the role of these groups must be probed, are equally guilty of communalizing the situation. And my appeal to the BJP and to the Congress and everybody else, in fact, is let's not jump to conclusions after these sorts of incidents. I don't agree with Mr. Prasad that the authorities the police will be constrained by these statements. In fact, the problem with the police is that as we've seen through successive terrorist cases, and they lack the investigative skills. It's not a question of being given a free hand to adopt a more muscular approach. Basic forensics, intelligence gathering, these are the kinds of tasks that the police need to do, rather than it's not that they have to be equipped with a harsh law or the right to torture or the right to take the law into their own hands.
It's not politicians who are going to do investigations, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad. If the Congress party is distancing itself from Digvijay Singh, the BJP and the Sangh is also distancing itself from Swami Asimanand. Almost as if the fact is what is convenient you respond to, what is inconvenient you don't respond to. Is Digvijay Singh, Vinod Mehta being fielded by the top leadership of the Congress party? Is he being deliberately fielded to queer the pitch?
Well, I think it's an extremely unfortunate statement that he has made. And I think I agree with Ravi Shankar Prasad to the extent that he is the General Secretary of the Congress Party. So whatever he says carries some weight. But Arnab, I just don't know what to say in this debate of yours. Because any man with any sense would say our enemy is terror, whether it is Hindu terror or Muslim terror. And all our politicians, when they get up on the soapbox, say terror has no religion, has no caste, has no creed. And they immediately then attach, at the first available opportunity, they will attach religion to terror. So I think that this kind of double talk and hypocrisy the nation has seen through. Our war is against terror, but political parties think the war is against each other. Congress thinks to show down BJP, BJP thinks the war is to show down Congress, and in between the nation is caught, these attacks keep happening. Why are we having this debate? We should not be having this debate. on your channel. The debate we should be having is how does India prevent such attacks from happening? What is needed to be done? How do we fight terror? Not who's responsible for terror, the BJP or the Congress. The very fact that we are having this debate is extremely unfortunate.
But Mr. Mehta, isn't it extremely important to highlight what is being said here?
Well, I'm not.
The point here is...
I'm not saying it's unimportant, but it's sad and unfortunate that we have been drawn into this debate. We should not be drawn into this debate. We should be drawn into the other debate, which is what is lacking in our...
Mr. Mehta, Mr. Mehta, let me make a point here. And I'm aware of this, our viewers are aware of this. Repeatedly after the blast happened, this channel did not politicize the debate. But when you have 5 days after the blast, repeatedly the politicization of the debate, comments being made on either side, this gets reported internationally. Obviously, people will say that India's politicians are an extremely divided lot when it comes to taking on terror. And we can't, by not reporting that fact, try and hide the fact that that's the nature of the debate. That's the story going out.
There's no, you are stating the obvious. I have been saying this, that India's politicians are not interested in fighting terror. The main parties are interested in fighting each other and trying to score points of each other in the fight for terror. Everybody says all the parties must get together and we must be united in trying to fight terror. Where is the unity?
Mr. Prasad.
There is no unity in fighting terror.
Exactly.
They are at each other's throats.
Exactly. Mr. Prasad.
First one thing I must clarify. It is deeply regrettable that Hindu terror expression is being used by Mr. Mehta. We never say Muslim terror. We say jihadi terror. It is absolutely irresponsible.
No, Mr. Prasad, you have been saying it, please.
Mr. Mehta, please wait.
You have been saying it. Now you have stopped saying it.
Hindu
terror. Mr. Prasad, you have been saying it.
1 minute, gentlemen. 1 minute.
Using Hindu.
Mr. Mehta, please.
We will not get into
I withdraw Hindu terror. Saffron terror.
I have never said Muslim terror. We never say that. And Mr. Mehta, when we say jihadi terror, it is deeply regrettable.
I apologize for using the word Hindu terror, slip of the tongue.
No things
I am saying that's not important.
Mr. Mehta, will you keep quiet and allow me to rebut?
Okay.
Is very important.
Let Mr. Prasad complete.
Hindu terror would be a better phrase.
This kind of equivalence which you are trying to say is not good. And if Mr. Digvijay Singh sought to distract the whole agenda, it would have been right from Srimati Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi to publicly say that it is not the view of the Congress. And if they have not said, they have sought to divide. And yes, you are right. By these kind of statements which Digvijay Singh has made, it is going to give a very wrong signal.
No, but globally. Point here is, Mr. Prasad.
Sadden the heart of LET and ISI in Pakistan.
Mr. Prasad, I have a comment that has been made here by Digvijay Singh, and this comes in the context of the question that I asked you at the very start, that are you overreacting, are you misinterpreting, and why are you willingly getting drawn into a debate? Now he says this. He says, I do not rule out anything, but if they want evidence about Sangh involvement in terror activity, I have got evidence, but not in this case. Now this is what he says, and he says that therefore let the investigation be completed. I am only saying what Chidambaram has said. No, so if that is...
All his statements have been widely reported. He has also said that Sangh makes the bomb factory. All these things are too well known. He is speaking day in and day out. But therefore, this innocuous statement which you are showing is not there in the print media or on television. And perhaps
this has been
embarrassment caused today that Congress party today is not willing to defend it.
No, this has been quoted. This has been quoted, and therefore I am asking you. This has been quoted. He says, if they want evidence about Sangh involvement in terror activity, I have got evidence. But he follows up by saying, but not in this case. And therefore, Mr. Prasad, I am asking you tonight.
Or know what he said about Hemant Karkare? You remember we have debated that.
No, I am asking you about this.
That Hemant Karkare talked to me. His wife also denied that.
No, I am asking you about this case.
Well known. He plays with an agenda. Whenever something like this comes, Digvijay Singh, either because of his political ambition, he wants to fulfill the role of Arjun Singh, late Arjun Singh, or the man Friday of Rajiv Gandhi. He is trying to own his own agenda.
No, so what is...
Being a general secretary, being a chief minister of 10 years, you cannot take him lightly.
Siddharth is coming in. Siddharth.
I think my advice to Mr. Prasad is, rather than shift go into Karkare issue and so on, why doesn't he ask Mr. Digvijay Singh? Digvijay Singh, very, very specific comment that he has evidence of the involvement of RSS people in terrorist acts. Well, we know of various bomb blasts in Nanded, in Kanpur, etc. If Mr. Prasad is disputing those details, let him debate Digvijay Singh. I think it's not, let's not push the debate in different directions. The question is are Hindutva groups involved in acts of terror? Yes.